Fight scenes. Fight scenes are a core staple of the shonen genre, and just one well choreographed or well animated scene can easily catapult it into one of the greats in anime. You have the iconic fights between Tanjiro and Rui, which became one of the most popular scenes from Demon Slayer. Although my personal favorite has to be the fight between Tengen and Gyutaro. That fight mesmerized me the first time I saw it, and is the best animation I've seen from the series till this day. You also have the Shibuya arc from Jujutsu Kaisen with non-stop action scenes across the season, from Sukuna and Jogo absolutely decimating the city of Shibuya in their fight to smaller scale fights such as Itadori and Choso fight in the bathroom, which heavily utilized the limited space and objects around them to make the fight more compact and intense. These fights are what made these anime unforgettable and the reason why they are so popular among the anime community today. Now, what if I told you I found an anime this season that has such action scenes that I just described, but unfortunately not many people are watching it this season? The anime I'm talking about is Super Cube. No, not Super Cub. I don't know why, but every time I type in Super Cube, this show keeps popping up. It's probably good though, I don't know. Anyway, Super Cube, which is a Chinese animation or donghua that currently has 7 episodes out, is about a kid named Wang Xiao who has a crush on a girl named Shen Yao. And this girl admits to liking him back. Seems like a great day for him, right? Almost, but this causes a dude named Sun Jun to get mad at him because he wanted her first, so him and his boys try to jump Xiao. Their plan almost succeeds, but Xiao outsmarts him by jumping off the bridge into the water, escaping his wrath. This is when he finds a spatial system called the Super Cube. Now, what is a Super Cube, you might be asking? Unlike the Blender Cube or the GameCube, the Super Cube gives Xiao superpowers. These powers include teleportation, increased combat abilities, X-ray vision, and he can create objects at will. The Cube decided to give Xiao these powers to grant his one wish of being the king of the world? Okay, so I don't understand Mandarin. I've been hitting the Duolingo lessons lately, and I don't know where the story goes past the 7 episodes I watched, so I don't know what the Cube meant by this. For watching, however, Xiao doesn't give the vibe of being narcissistic enough to want to be king of the world like Hero, so instead I'm going to assume it meant that he wants to help Xiao get stronger so he can protect his love, Shen Yao. This is basically what the first episode is and the entire premise of the show. He has to do certain things to get stronger, like collecting gemstones, which are basically any natural minerals like diamonds, so in order to upgrade his combat abilities, he has to mine ores for the cube, basically like upgraded Minecraft armor. Now, I will say that the only con I have for this show would be that I wish the story aspect was a bit stronger. Out of the 7 episodes, I felt the fight scenes were the most notable part of the show, whether it be the fight in the school gym where he almost gets jumped again, to the scene where Xiao fights a snake to get upgrade materials. The main plot is very basic, man getting stronger to protect his love, but it doesn't seem to translate into that complex of a story. Or should I say as complex of a story so far. I feel that after what happens at the end of episode 7, which I won't spoil, really opens a pathway for the story to get much more complex from what I've seen so far. Now with that out of the way, let me get into the part that we've all been waiting for. The main premise of this episode is Xiao trying to save Shen Yao after being kidnapped. Now these guys kidnapped Shen Yao not to lure Xiao, but a different guy named Shigu Chin. This guy is cool, but shrouded in mystery and I don't feel like explaining, so you can check it out for yourself if you want to know more. In order to save Shen Yao, however, he has to fight 5 assassins in order to get to her. These fights aren't the main fight I want to focus on, but I thought I might give them an honorable mentions for some cool action shots that I saw. I'm also going to rank them for funsies, because why not? The first fight was nice and clean. Simple, effective looking choreography, and overall a nice fun fight. Nothing crazy though, so I'm going to give the first fight in this episode a solid 7 out of 10. The second fight with the dagger guy was cool because of his quick movements and also a cool use of the camera around the environment with his speed. He got folded pretty fast though, so I'll give this one a 6 out of 10. The third fight with the Chad with the beard here, I think is my second favorite before the main fight because it has a cool fight choreography like the first fight, but also crazy impact frames like this. Now, if you missed it, let's enhance it a little. So first we go from this, to this, to this, which has more a pencil sketch-like style, which I love. Same frame style again, and then to the sick explosion at the end. Stuff like this is what makes this fight stand out from the rest, so I give this fight an 8 out of 10. Now, I'm going to save the time for this fight 1 out of 10, and here's why. This fight was just straight trash, I'm sorry to say it. Nothing really cool happens in this fight compared to the other three, and her character is just the typical yandere type. She could have had a cool scene where she wolfed out and really went wild, but he stopped her. I don't know why he did that. I wanted to see the wolf girl. It could have been a wild fight, but he didn't want her to get too powerful or something, overall making for a lackluster fight. Now for the real fight. This man is named Chumushan, and he's about to give us the best fight of the show, with Xiao Shu. What I want to focus on is the things I love most about this fight, which are the use of smear frames, the weird flowiness of their bodies, and the environment destruction of the fight. I love how the show animated this fight because it has this weird feeling of almost looking lifelike to the point that I could easily see someone thinking that some of these moves were rotoscoped. I also love the environmental destruction. It really helps to show off the power of the characters that are fighting, and also makes the space they're fighting and feel much more alive and less like just a backdrop. So I'm excited to see where the story goes after episode 7, and I hope this video convinces you to check it out. I wish that Chinese anime or donghua was more widely spoken about in the anime community. There are so many underrated gems like this in the world of Chinese animation, and I've only really spoken about one of them. Link Click being another one that I really enjoyed, but maybe I'll save that for another day. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching, and please like the video if you're able to, and if you can't, that's cool. Well, it's all good. Anyway, goodbye.